like we do, 'cause I can always talk to you. You're like a best friend, always there to help me up and see me through. And I just wanna be that guy, build you up, help you fly, be your biggest fan, you be my man. Wouldn't it be nice? So never met nobody that encouraged me to grow. Never met a man that was as easy to know. Baby, pretty, please try to bear with all my crazy. Never in my life, never been this lucky. No, no.
Hello, music lovers. Welcome to Tune Talk. I'm Jen, and I have the privilege of meeting with some locals that have been in the music business around here for quite a long time. And we're so excited to hop in and dig into their life. So we have Lori and the Darlings. I'm going to have you guys introduce yourselves from left to right.
My name is Kevin Nowak. I am the bass player.
I'm Lori Keisler, and I do vocals and rhythm guitar.
Hi, I'm Roger, guitar, sometimes mandolin.
Eric, drums.
Eric has been here before. Thank you for returning because,
Yeah.
we haven't had repeats yet.
Oh yeah, I'm in a drummers. We're all in a bunch of bands. There's not so many of us, so.
Which is a great thing about Saginaw music, is we have so many artists that pick up and play with other bands, and then all of a sudden they want to get a whole new one together, and it's all over the place. Like I laughed, we were having that conversation like when Nameless started, like, oh, he's from here and there's that romper room. I see Joey and Sarah and Billy. But yeah, the first time I saw them, I was like, oh, what? They just everyone got together. It was great. So I'm glad that you're making your rounds and giving your talent to everyone.
I'm trying.
You're sharing is caring.
There's so many hours in the day.
So when I thought about Lori and the Darlings this morning, I was kind of laughing about it, and I was like, who is the Darling? It should be the Darling Lori.
No, I'm not a
How'd
darling.
that come about?
When we started out thinking about names, early on, we threw a bunch of different things out there, and I think Eric was really adamant it should be Lori and or maybe we all were. I wasn't. I just wanted a band name.
Yeah.
And he thought, somebody thought it was a good idea. Was it you?
It was me because she writes all the songs. The songs are all her songs. So she should be out front. She's the front person.
Yes.
So I feel I should have been Lori and such
So
and
whatever.
such. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we just threw a bunch of the whatevers out there until I guess Darling stuck.
Well,
And what
I always thought, too, that the Darlings were fans of Lori, and us in the band, we're all fans of Lori. Like, we love her songwriting, we love everything
Perfect.
about it, and so, yeah, I've always thought of, like, the Darlings as, like...
Everyone else.
Yeah,
Yeah,
so
that is a great
we're
way.
Darlings, you're a darling, anybody who's a fan of Lori is a darling.
Gosh.
And
There
actually,
she's blushing.
the way the Darlings came about is we were all in a group chat, and she would text us in the morning and be like, "Good morning, darlings," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"There it is."
I did that. Yeah, I that's how I always addressed them until one day I guess it was like, Eureka.
And
Eureka?
one thing,
Eureka.
one thing about those
Eureka.
those messages. Anybody who's been in a band and has played like a show, the next day, a lot of times your group chats aren't this like positive thing. It's like, well, we could have done this and that, but every single time we play a show, Lori comes back with, "This is what I loved about this. This is great. This is that," and it's just like it's a great way to start your day. Really,
Yeah.
Positive-
absolutely.
positive stuff.
real positive
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah. How long have you guys been together?
A
years,
little over 3 years now.
Yeah, this band.
This band,
But
yeah.
Lori, you've been around for quite a bit
A
longer.
while.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, me and Eric were in another original band a little while ago.
Yeah.
Hide from Cleo.
7
And
months
he was the drummer, and again, I was writing songs, and
To be
Yeah.
fair, I was too young to be playing in the bars I was playing in.
Okay.
oh yeah, he
That's
was
how
a
long ago.
baby.
Yes.
You were
I
a
was gonna
baby.
say, like, I remember
Uh-huh.
some locations way back when where you guys have played, and I was, the Friday night and hanging out, having drinks with my girls, and it was always great, and we're all up dancing and having a good time, and that's one of the things that I really liked about about your music was it was fun and it was energetic and you could just get up and dance. Like, my favorite song.
Awesome.
You know? Yeah.
That's what we want.
Heck yeah. Yeah, we played in Bay City a few times. We won a battle of the bands, and we ended up playing at Mountain Rock Music Festival. We opened up for Def Leppard, Styx, and Uncle Cracker.
Yes, we did.
Big old outdoor
Yeah.
fest. That was really cool.
Eating sandwiches backstage with Tommy Shaw.
Yeah.
That was cool.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Sometimes I have one of those questions like, for as long as you've been playing, what's your highlight? You know, like what's your highlight reel look like? And you know, that would be
Def Leppard's my favorite band.
Yeah.
I remember we won that battle of bands, and we were all so excited, but they were like, Lori, you can, because we could choose Friday, Saturday, or Sunday. The festival was 3 days, and I think on Sunday it was the Allman Brothers, which I should have chose. I know, but they
Greg,
were
yeah.
like, Lori, they thought I would make the right decision, and they were like, you go ahead and choose, and I was like, Def Leppard, and we couldn't take it back. But yeah, that was my highlight because I love those guys. So yeah, that's
it
fun.
didn't match the sound.
It did not, but
Yeah.
that's okay.
But it's still cool.
It was
a great time.
awesome.
Open with Def Leppard. Oh man.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
also, we were on CMT.
Yeah.
We did some big stuff with that band. So yeah, I was glad that Eric contacted me when he wanted to get back to this.
Yeah.
You know, getting an original band back together because it is a lot of work.
Yeah,
And
I
nobody
can
wants
just
to do
like
it.
I'm picturing the festival and the hype and how just seeing you light up talking about Def Leppard, I could only just imagine
It
like
was
the
amazing.
nerves. Like I would be a little
Odd
freaky.
number of arms in that band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Styx, I mean,
It was
my
awesome.
goodness.
Yeah, it was surreal.
Ironically, I was involved with some of that.
Yeah, actually, yes.
Oh, don't forget,
Way back
Kevin.
in the day.
Yeah, you were part of that too.
I was. My wife was friends with Lori way back, like childhood friends with Lori back in the day, and they reconnected, and we went to a party where Hide from Cleo was playing, and I took a bunch of video and footage, and I put it all together, and I made a music video for them. And I'm like, God, should I send it, or am I gonna look like some kind of weird psycho stalker or something?
Yeah.
My wife Kim was like, you should send it, and I did, and they're like, oh my God, this is great. And they sent me a bunch more video work, which I edited some of the live stuff from their Def Leppard show that time. So
Yeah.
I remember like Eric was young back in the day, and I had them play a couple parties for me
Yeah.
back then. So it's wild
Tailgate parties.
to be here now.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, what's crazy
now
is
with
Circle
too.
of life.
What's
Yeah, you come
crazy?
full circle.
What's crazy too is he made our first music video for this band
Yeah.
before he was even in the band.
I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
he
Yeah.
he made the footage
time.
and put it together, and it's probably one of the best videos.
I didn't even know he played bass till.
because we lost touch.
We didn't even know he
for a
played
while.
bass when he made that video. Yeah.
I Cleo broke
Every-
up. You guys
every
were
day
doing
I
I-
feel like
things,
there's a
10 years
song
went
here,
by.
you know, that's gonna come about this.
I'm on
like
it.
how it,
Yeah, it'll give her 20 minutes.
yeah. Oh, one
She's
of
got-
so like one of those.
Yeah.
Because some people find it very difficult to write. Like I've tried, and I'll come up with not much. You know, I'll be like, whatever my mood is, or I'll hear something on the radio, and I'd be like, I don't know what this is, but this is what I feel, and then I'll write it down. But then it's only like a couple verses, and I'll be like, and that's all I got. But here's like 30 of them. Maybe somebody could put it all together and do whatever they want with it. But it's really kind of funny. But some people find it really, really easy where they could, take a 20-minute nap and then wake up and.
Yeah.
So is that like how was it for you?
Is that easy?
It depends. There's been songs. My favorite story about songwriting is California, which is on the Gratitude album. I like to run in the morning, and I was running, and it just started literally popping out of my head. And I was like 10 minutes from home. I've never run so fast in my life because I lose songs all the time. Because there's always music in my head.
Yeah.
Whether I want it in there or not, my brain's never shutting off. So yeah, I ran home really fast, and like in 10 minutes, I'd written California. And then the Dum Dum song, it was like 10 years where I would just I had the first two lines, and I just couldn't let them go. So I had to wait for the rest of the words to come because lyrics, for me, are the most important. So I write tons of lyrics, and then I scrap them because they just aren't enough.
Oh yeah.
You know. But yeah, I've got on my phone right now because I use my voice memo thing like 80 songs or ideas that I just need to get to. I've got like folders of papers, like of songs. I've got 40 songs right now. I'm just waiting. I just told them I'm
Yeah.
giving you the next 6
Yeah.
in a Google Drive this week.
I
Because
was
yeah,
like,
I
you
just
can
have.
use the Google. Well, you have a Google Drive.
After you
It's with
teach me how to use the
emails.
Google
She's like,
Drive.
okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I have so many songs, but I've been writing since I was like 13. So not that I use those songs, but yeah, I've been writing for a long time. So I've got a big stockpile.
Well,
Yeah.
And finally,
one
something
of my
to express it
favorite,
with.
One of my favorite songs is 16 on our newest album. And how old is that?
That was
song?
written in 94 or 5
I just their old
of last
their old
century
band,
millennium.
Yeah.
Their old band used
On
to
the new
play
record?
it, and I heard the recording of it, and I was just like, I could just rip all over this thing with my guitar, and I was so happy to be able to, like, because for a while she's like, oh, I don't want to do that, and then we would just jam it.
Well, yeah, because I was a kid, and it's it's about a girl rebelling
And there's 2 words in there. What,
it's
magazine?
like magazines, like who even buys
reads
magazines
magazines?
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
landlines, like because the mom's listening to her phone calls.
Oh, yeah.
Like, do kids even know what I'm
Well,
talking
she
about? Like, how is she listening to your phone
She
calls?
thought those 2 little things would just completely the whole.
I was like, no,
I'm like,
I wanna
that's
do that song.
98% there. If you don't want to change the words, it doesn't even matter. 98% of that song
Yeah.
lyrically is gonna completely hit. So.
And it's been a fan favorite for the
Yeah.
most part.
It's
It has,
still
I
my
was
favorite.
surprised.
Playing
Yeah.
it live is so much fun.
It is fun.
Yeah. You know what else? I just can't even stop staring because it's the Little Debbie shirts.
Tiny Deborah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah,
little
Lori and the
A
Darlings.
little Lori?
I know, and it's so funny because the
that's Roger.
eyes are like piercing. I just like
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
this
so-
is my rebuttal to
like-
that. I hate that picture.
it's
It
like
looks like my 5th grade picture when I cut my own bangs too short.
oh yeah.
Every time I see that, I have trauma. So yeah, so I had to make my own. But actually, yeah, I got over it, and we're actually selling these now at shows, and we're gonna start selling them hopefully online soon.
You totally because I really love the gimmick, and I think it's
The lawyers come in.
and it's hilarious. Like it says a lot about the character. What shows do you guys have coming up? Are you doing any festivals, or you got any like just in the area in the next couple months, maybe through the summer?
Yeah, we have one lined up at BMO's next month. I think it's on a Sunday. It's for one of the radio stations. They're throwing they do like a once a year festival. I'll give you details so when you post this we can put
Okay.
that out there. But and then we kind of just like took a back seat because we didn't have a bassist for so long, or so we didn't think. And so we weren't really booking shows, and now that we have a bassist, we're going to start booking shows. We just talked about booking one at White's here pretty soon, so we'll probably look at a date for this summer.
Yeah.
Love that
For
place.
White's.
And some things downstate in Detroit. I'm
Okay.
working on some things down there,
Yeah. I
putting
think
Yeah.
some shows together.
there's also one in September, but that's a little while. That's for another radio station, actually.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yep, so.
But if anybody's interested in booking us,
booking
get
now.
hold of us.
Yes, and maybe
That's when we
just
look at the
buy
camera.
shirts online.
Oh yeah, if
maybe.
you need a shirt, get a hold of us.
Yeah. real.
Working on the Eric one right now. It's gonna be.
And it's a
It'll be
I
the
don't know what it
best.
is.
It'll be the best one yet.
I don't
I'm
know
so
what it is.
We
excited.
haven't told him.
I'm so
I don't know.
excited.
He needs a Mr. Clean one.
Oh my goodness. I'm like I'm looking forward to seeing that.
That'll be fun. Yeah.
So this morning, and I knew that I seen it already, but it had to have been a couple months ago. So I refreshed my memory with Lucky, your video, and so I was watching it, and I was like, so I wonder if that girl that was pregnant, did she have a boy or a girl? And that couple that got engaged, I'm like, how did that work out?
Oh, I forgot about that.
Blah, blah. Like as I
little
was
boy.
watching. Okay.
A gorgeous little boy, just like his mama. I work with the dad. I
mom's a
used
boy?
to work with the dad
Well, everybody in the video was like friends and family.
Okay.
Just
from
up
that
north,
area
yeah.
up north, Tawas area.
Okay.
So just people that we love and that loved us, that wanted
And
to
it
be a
was
part of the
so
day.
cute, the whole setup, and I love the at the beginning when it like show entrance like $1. Then as you go through, I think there's construction going on, but as you went through the video, what I really liked was the cute setup. And I was like,
Thank you.
can we get back to that?
Oh, I would love that.
Yeah.
Concerts in the woods, just on that's all of our furniture, by the way.
Yeah.
All
Yeah.
of that audience. I just drug every piece of furniture from my garage in my house, even couches, and
Yeah.
just stuck them in the forest.
I love it.
Which is that's exactly what
those
I wanted.
lights on the trees, those fairy lights. I was like, we could do like a weekend camping event.
Oh my gosh, that would be
with-
awesome.
A little palooza of sorts.
Yeah, but just so chill and relax. Not the.
All
I
the
mean,
mushrooms.
maybe in my 20s, which is so funny because if I was 20 years old giving this interview, I would have been like, just wild, crazy, whatever weekend and whatever. Now I'm like old, so it's like, no, something really chill and. Yeah, of course there's gonna be alcohol there, but I mean, not people
Yeah.
going, let's
We're
get
just doing
naked.
keg stands, right?
Like, yeah, whatever. Like, hey, if you wake up at 5:00 in the morning, maybe you're the first one up, and you're making coffee, and you just sit there with your little guitar, like, good morning, like whatever. But I thought it was so cute, and that's what I thought is what a great idea. And it just, I was wondering where it was at and all about those
It
people.
was all her idea.
Yeah, it was all-
It's her child.
Yeah,
It's
it
kind
was
of
a-
it's like the same kind of we run the band the same way like that video shoot went. Lori's got this vision of what she wants, and then we just all kind of figure out how to make it work. So that whole day was about setting all that stuff up, and then we had a videographer who was just very meticulous, and so we shot the stuff over and over and over. And the same way that like we kind of write music, she comes to us with these, I call them 4-chord bangers or 3-chord bangers. She comes to us with the vocals and just the acoustic guitar, and then me and Eric have been playing together for so long that it's just like we just have an idea of how we want it to sound full band. And every song's kind of come out different. Like when people ask us what kind of music we play, it's like, well, what song are you talking about? We got blues songs. We have a song that's jazz. I don't know anything about jazz. I have no idea. But apparently one of our songs is a jazz song. And I'm like, I had a pretty big hand
Got jazz vibes.
in figuring out how that one went. And I wasn't like jazz. But I guess I was. So
That's what I was.
Yeah.
It has jazz elements. Let's
it's just I think a lot of us too, we're all just such big fans. Like we were just talking about the Kendrick Drake beef on the way up here. Like we're all just fans of music, so to like do one genre or just one thing would kind of take some of the
Who do you
fun and the
think's gonna win
challenge out of it.
that?
He already won.
Kendrick.
Oh, did he?
Kendrick already won,
I
baby.
missed it.
Kendrick. Oh,
Well,
That's
I
how
mean,
we feel. That's how we feel.
yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, who's gonna get the?
I was telling her
win this,
I got a
so-
couple friends who are still kind of on the fence, and I'm like, okay, but I can't. Sorry.
Lamar's the champion.
Yeah. Well, and then back to like what you were saying and being meticulous and going through all that, because even in the boutique window
Yeah.
was,
our t-shirt.
I was like, those are 80s leopard pants. And look at that shirt.
That's
Oh my
it's
God,
a
like
real
you went-
shop that
Yeah.
she really had shirts in our hometown for probably a while. I don't
Yeah.
know if they're still there.
Oh
but
yeah, I haven't really talked to her. in a
Yeah, we
while.
haven't
I'll have to
talked.
go
Yeah,
check.
we haven't been back there in a minute. We've been a little busy with our.
Well, no, that's
you know,
fine.
stuff.
I mean, but you put all this hometownness in it, and you could feel it, and I loved it, and I just wanted to make sure that you knew that I really paid attention to it.
Thank
Even the
you.
first time I saw it was, there was that feeling in it, and then when I refreshed my memory on it this morning, I was like, have you seen this? Because it had all these cute little elements in it,
I'm
and
glad you
I
noticed
just
them
loved
all.
it.
Because as I was writing it, it was so much more basic, and then with most of my ideas, they become this big, huge, elaborate, like where I have to like start trimming back because the ideas just keep popping out. But yeah, I put a lot of that little stuff in, hoping that it felt super quaint and like old back, like you said, where you could spend $1, and
Yeah.
pay a lemonade stand and go to an outside concert.
Oh my
for-
God, we have to have a lemonade stand.
built
I
it.
built that out of pallets
that?
in my backyard. I had cuts and blisters, and I
got
cried
videos.
every day for like
There's
weeks.
alcohol involved.
There had to be.
Yeah, I do remember
And
that.
tools. But yeah, I
those
drug
guys
do a
pallets home by
lemonade one?
myself, and I tore the pallets apart, which are way harder than
Oh, yeah,
I've
yeah.
ever thought they could be. And then I built that sucker by myself.
Mm-hmm.
I did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Pretty
I'll do
cool.
like a lemonade stand, and then once we get like at the end of the second day, have another one with like trash can drinks. Just dumping everything into it.
Yeah. The Jungle Juice or whatever.
Yeah, right. Yes, I know. That's a bad idea.
I think the end of that video was similar to that, but
Oh yeah, that's how we
how we
killed
ended
off
that week,
our
yeah.
first bass player who
Second basis.
second bassist who left the band.
You're
And he like a cookie overdose, like
Our
'cause he loved
body
cookies.
count.
Oh my goodness.
Is that what
And
he
then
was
Sean, the bass player that
much
took
cookies.
over, was the guy running the lemonade stand.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like he was
Sean
briefly,
Drysdale,
yeah,
local.
he was awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Both of them awesome bass players
Yeah.
who
was
were
planned.
actually in our last album.
That was all part of it. Oh,
yeah.
of course.
I even played bass on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
great.
Kevin, our
Kevin,
last two bass
the
players,
producer,
Roger,
Andy Reed.
who from Reed Recording.
Yeah,
He laid some bass down, lots of stuff.
phenomenal.
So it
He's
sounds
actually one
like
of our
too
band.
like you're giving him another 6 songs to work on, and you have a stockpile of them. I mean, shoot, we could have like 2 or 3 albums coming up in the next couple years. And
I got like 10 videos, yeah,
and
40
yes,
songs. Yeah, we're around for a while.
It's a lot of work.
Yeah.
A lot of
yes,
fun.
Yeah, keeps us busy.
yeah. This might have to be the permanent thing because she's gonna keep you busy.
Oh, she does.
Put on your working shoes.
Well, we were so happy that you guys are here. And Eric, thank you for coming back and sharing what Lori and the Darlings are and how everything has come about for you guys and how long you guys have been together and just your story in general. I love your voice. I think that it's warm and it feels like home is what, when I hear it, that's what I think of. And I really hope that when we put all the stuff out here, you listeners need to go to their page, go to their site, and start listening because I think you're going to fall in love with her too. And hopefully you start following along and go watch them live. And maybe we'll have a little backyard festival someday. So you
Sounds
never
good.
know.
I'll start building.
Yeah, we'll start building stages and backdrops and all that good stuff for y'all. But we're going to go ahead and wrap things up. We're going to make sure that we have your links down in the description. So please like, share, and subscribe because it really makes a difference. Yes. And, if there's any comments for Lori and her Darlings, put them in the comments,
We
if they're-
answer.
Yeah. Yep. Put them in the comments and we'll make sure that
We don't get
they
that
see
much
it. They're going to
going
be tagged in it. So we'll get all that stuff out there. And I just want to give just a real quick reminder too before we wrap up because Attaboy is having their single release party coming up here at the Vol. It's June 1st. And I know you're going to be in it.
Yep, we're opening William Patrick in the Smoke.
Yep. William Patrick and the Smoke is opening and the Euclid Motel.
Yep.
So
It's going to be a really good show.
it's all hometown. It's family. I love the support that everybody gives and gets involved. And it's such a warm. It's a hug from the music community, and it's
It's a
great.
wonderful community.
Yeah.
I love this
Yeah.
area
That's
for
gonna
that.
be a great show.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be. I think. We hold. Definitely over 1,000. Well over 1,000 people here. But I have a feeling even though it's June 1st and people go away, I really think this is gonna be kind of a big thing.
Absolutely.
So yeah.
There's a lot of Atta fans out there. And
Oh, tons.
including us. So,
Yeah.
And anyone, if you've ever played shows with them or even talked to the guys,
Yeah.
you fall in love with them.
Yeah,
So,
they're so humble and nice.
Especially
and,
Joe.
their music's phenomenal.
yeah.
Especially Joe.
Me and Lori text about Joe all the time.
yeah.
Hi, Joe.
Yes. we talk about Joe all the time too because he's such a well-rounded person, and to find someone that musically inclined
so
is
talented.
yeah,
All of them are.
yeah,
and attractive. Don't forget attractive.
yeah, and
Cherry
those
on
muscles.
top,
Yes. But thank you all again for tuning in and subscribing and sharing our station, our podcast. We really thank you guys so much, and hopefully we'll get to keep doing this here for quite a while and bring more content to you guys and more musicians, and we really do appreciate it. Thank you all, and always remember,
Keep the music playing.